All right, good afternoon. This is a live look at our team, the Chiefs, leaving KCI on the road to New Orleans, Super Bowl 59. They're going to head out here from KCI and expected to arrive there around 4 o'clock, right, Matt?
Roughly around 4 o'clock, assuming everything goes according to schedule, which you never know with flying, but looks like they've got great weather for it, so don't have to worry about that. Last time they flew out of KCI, they tried to go to Denver, and they kind of got delayed a couple hours.
Yes, everyone got delayed. That's right.
It's great out today, so I don't think they have to worry about that.
QB1 there, Patrick Mahomes. They're all dressed to the nines as usual there. That's Bucker right behind him, isn't it?
Yep.
There we go.
And you got
Pacheco
up ahead.
Justin Reed. Yeah, Pacheco.
Very business-like approach, which is really nothing new for this group. I mean, their fifth Super Bowl in 6 years. They kind of pencil it into their calendar. This time of year.
And this is obviously even more important, even more special because they're going for that three-peat this year. I'm still at a loss for words, honestly. I cannot believe we're here. I'm kind of embarrassed saying that because everybody else I talked to was like, yeah, of course. We all knew they were going to get here. They're all confident that they were going to get here to this place. But just to be, for so many people who've been lifelong Chiefs fans to even think that we would win one Super Bowl and then another and then another and then another.
Yeah, definitely not something to take for granted around here. And it's remarkable to think that even on the stage last year, after they won number 2 in a row, Mahomes was already on to number 3.
Oh my God, yes, immediately. It was right on
and
to
the fact that they have been able to follow that up with the season they've had. Since that Raiders loss on Christmas Day last year, you've seen a completely different team losing. Yes, 2 games. Denver game you kind of throw out the window.
Yeah, I kind of want to.
It was a JV team.
Forget about that
Let's
one.
be honest here. No Mahomes, not a lot of the starters. And just the way they've gone about, even with some of the injuries this year, for some teams, that would kind of derail their season. But from top down, starting with Brett Veach, bringing in guys like DeAndre Hopkins to kind of fill that void while other guys got healthy, bringing in Kareem Hunt.
Yes, that was big. That was
a wonderful
redemption
story for him.
Yes. Of course, we all miss Pacheco. Came back. I don't know if he's really gotten back that spark that we kind of all were used to him having on the field there. But it was great to see him get back. Was that on schedule for him to come back as soon as he did, or?
Yeah, I'd say it was about on schedule. But again, it was another one of those unexpected bumps in the road that they had to deal with. Obviously, bringing Kareem Hunt probably was never on the top of anyone's mind when they were going into the season. They drafted Carson Steele, who, got his share of reps early on and then didn't really see him as much in the back half. But they also brought in, Samaje Perine, who has had his big moments, had the game-sealing catch.
Absolutely.
So it's different veterans, it's different guys who have all kind of contributed to helping them get to that point, including the offensive line,
of
course. You
see the big guys.
See Creed Humphrey, he's not wearing "This is my Super Bowl" shirt. Maybe he's saving that for next Sunday.
Yeah, maybe so.
Maybe he's got a different one for different days of the week for the Super Bowl. That'd be kind of fun. I think that's Mike Caliendo in front of him, who, again, has kind of shifted to that left guard role, moving Joe Thuney to left tackle. And the great play that he's done, basically playing out of position. You got Noah Gray behind them. He's had another great season. I think that's you got Trent McDuffie.
There you go.
There's Thuney. They're all ready to go.
I know, I love it. And so we've got our team has also left. They are left early this morning on their way down. I know Mackenzie Nelson, she's going to head to Mississippi, actually, to stop in the hometown of Chris Jones. And so that's not too far away from, it's kind of a 5-hour drive, but it's not too far away from New Orleans. So they're going to stop there, see what's going on in Houston, Mississippi, again, where Chris Jones is from. And then they're going to head over to New Orleans. And we've got Mick and the rest of our crew actually in New Orleans right now.
Yep, Mick and our photog Chase, they're waiting for the Chiefs. So they're on the back end of this. Their road to New Orleans started bright and early yesterday. Thankfully, they made it safely down there. Getting settled in, and they're ready for the Chiefs to finally make their way into town. I know Mick shared a video to X earlier. You can go and find it. Unfortunately, the airport is all decorated for the Super Bowl, which you would expect
But in what colors?
Green and white.
Green and white. I'm wondering what the thought process was behind that.
I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say that was pre-planned, not knowing that the Eagles would make it.
Right, and green is the Philadelphia
Eagles because if
color.
it was the Commanders, then it would have been a wash. It would have just been green and white, very neutral.
Right. But they are going down there around the time of Mardi Gras, and so the Mardi Gras colors you typically see like the green and the
yellow and the purple
and all of that. So I mean, what a great place to do this. Great weather. Again, leaving here in great weather, getting there in great weather. I don't know if they look into any of that too much as far as where they're playing the game and the weather that they're facing.
Well, and thankfully they don't have to worry about weather at all this year. Being in
a dome. That's right.
Dome.
Yes, that's right. So yeah, this is just it's become old hat to us. We see Mayor Quinton Lucas there, obviously seeing the team off. We've gotten. I know.
He's already repping. He's ready.
I wonder where he got that. The last time I was at a Super Bowl parade, I was sporting one of my old vintage Chiefs jackets, so hopefully get to do the same thing this year. It's still kind of up in the air. Maybe we're getting too far ahead here. I'm already kind of expecting us to win the Super Bowl, but talking about the celebration, if we do win, what's that going to look like? Of course, sources have confirmed to us that there will be no rally that we've been used to in previous celebrations. Of course, we know why, but yeah, I think we're all kind of trying to plan and see what that could look like for our city. Obviously, still expecting a win no matter what.
Yeah, fans can talk about that sort of thing. We can talk about that sort of thing. The players, they're not worried one bit about any type of parade.
No.
I mean, right now, they're heading down to New Orleans, but the big thing is, Andy Reid says this previous week was all about getting their game plan installed. Getting their reps done, because once they get down there, it is an absolute circus. They will arrive today, obviously all the bells and whistles when they arrive. Monday night is media night, so they'll be available to reporters of all kinds, pretty
everyone's
much.
Down there,
And they'll talk tomorrow night from 9 to 10 o'clock, and then they'll talk to the media just about every other day of the week. Just about every hour of their day is planned out down to the minute. So there's so much going on that you have to take care of the business end before you actually get down there, because there's so much going on.
Oh, I know. Our crews, Mackenzie showed me their itinerary, and it's literally planned to like hour by hour, because once you get down there, you have to get settled, you have to get your credentials, and then you have to start telling those stories. I mean, we have so many cool stories to tell, not just about how far our team has gone again, and just kind of the struggles they've gone through, like you said, to get to this point, but all of our fans, a ton of people. I mean, they already booked their tickets to New Orleans.
Probably last year when Patrick said, "Yeah, we're going back next year. Get ready."
Yes, I mean, for real, people already expected this to happen. Already, we're going to go down there, and then here we are playing in Super Bowl 59. And so we have another one of our reporters, Abby Dodge, heading down there too, to just kind of hang out, feel the vibe, talk to the fans, get those cool stories. I know for the last several weeks, I mean, really all season long, we've been talking about the fans here, our fan base in Kansas City, and how loyal they are, how excited they are, no matter what, no matter if it's a rough patch. The couple games we lost, those are rough. We're kind of spoiled, we lose one game and it's
end of the world. It's the sky is falling.
But through all of that, our fan base is so loyal, and just the cool stories, the traditions, the long-standing superstitions people have, things that they wear, just the craziness that we see in the tailgating. They take it down to New Orleans. So we'll have our crews, Abby Dodge, Lindsay Shively's going to be down there as well. Kevin Holmes is heading down there, our photographer. So we've got a good crew. Heading down there. Of course, you're going to be holding down the fort here.
Yeah, I'm excited. You were talking about how Kansas City fans are kind of becoming accustomed to this. I'm obviously new here.
You're new here, so you just kind of
this is my first time kind of going through it.
Yeah.
Even the Buffalo game, it was funny to see just the nerves, and it wasn't just Kansas City fans, it was Buffalo fans. But even I got nervous at one point. I'm like, this is tight, but
yeah, I was pacing the newsroom. It was bad.
I know the Chiefs. There's been all this ref talk this season, all that, and sometimes that's just bitterness. Sometimes that's jealousy.
Yeah.
Refs make bad calls. It happens. They're humans. They make errors. But the great teams, they find a way to overcome bad calls, one way or another.
Yeah, I mean, you saw the comparison with Tom Brady and how the refs coddled, how people say the refs coddled him, and now the ire and the anger of some of those haters out there that's being directed toward Patrick Mahomes now. So
I just hope that people, when you look back on this period for the Chiefs especially, the thing is they aren't just going for the three-peat. They're the first back-to-back champs to ever reach a third straight Super Bowl.
Yes, that's right.
Every other team that has won 2 straight Super Bowls has lost, either didn't make the playoffs or lost in the conference championship game, which tells you how hard it is just to make it 3 times in a row.
I know. I'm putting you on the spot here. What are some of those other teams that we've seen in the past be able to make it, do back-to-back?
You've had the Niners, you've had the Steelers, you've had Dolphins, some really good teams that get mentioned in dynasty talks, and the Chiefs will obviously be in those discussions. You saw a lot of that kind of dynasty talk throughout the week on a lot of the national sports talk shows because the Chiefs have won 3 Super Bowls. They're in their 5th Super Bowl in the last 6 years, which also had not been done before. And to have that kind of consistency from just a neutral viewpoint is incredible because we may not see that again. The NFL is all about parity.
Yeah.
You have new teams rise to the top typically. But the Chiefs are still the Chiefs.
I know.
It's
no matter which way you put it.
It's a red kingdom, and until you take that crown off their head, they're going to keep coming at you.
Right. I mean, we're going to still have Mahomes with us.
He's 29.
I mean, he's not even 30 years old yet. He's not even 30 years old yet. Let's remind everyone. And then talks about Travis Kelce. I know people there's some rumblings and rumors of, after this one, is he going to come back? What's the vibe there with that?
One more year on his when he signed that extension. I'm not going to put words into his mouth, and he's been asked about it and kind of brushed it aside. Again, these guys are so laser focused and locked in on the task at hand that they're not worried about the outside noise. They're not worried about history. They're just worried about trying to win the next game. The next game in this case just happens to be the Super Bowl. But some of that comes with having already been here, been there, done that. Again, gone through the whole week-long media circus leading up to the game, the whole 2-week layoff just to finally play the game, all that buildup. And even in moments, last year to get to the Super Bowl, they weren't perfect. You had some costly turnovers that other teams probably would be in bad standing.
And I've heard a lot of talk, the commentators and whoever else is like, this team this year is not the team that we of old. Like, this isn't the team that we've seen in years past. But it's like, how do we continue to get to the Super Bowl every year when this is, quote unquote, not the team we're used to seeing?
Right.
It's just amazing.
How many times did you hear, or at least I heard it this season, they're the worst 10-1 undefeated team in history. They're the worst 13-1. They're the worst 15-1 team. They're going to the Super Bowl.
I know.
You can describe it however you want, but the end goal is to get to the Super Bowl, and however they do it, whether it's by the hair of their chin, and there are
doesn't
numerous
matter.
Times,
Win's a win.
but they've won 17 straight one-score games.
Isn't that crazy?
At a certain point, that goes beyond luck.
Right.
There are moments where, and we saw on numerous occasions this year, they won by a foot,
a doink,
a doink. Every weird which way that the script writers could come up with this year for the 2024-25 season, and found ways to win. And as you've kind of seen now, the Chiefs never really show all their cards in the regular season.
No. I mean, they're so cool, calm, and collected. It's wild. I mean, and to get over those nerves, just from a team like going to the Super Bowl, winning that first Super Bowl after so many years. I mean, we were bad for so long. It was depressing. But to get through those nerves and to get over that hump and to put the flag down, as Mitch Holtis said when we won the first one, and to be used to this by now. I mean, that's got to be like an incredible thing to be able to do as a team together. Absolutely. And, that's a culture thing. That's what helps when you have, guys like Andy Reid at the helm. Calm, cool, collected, been there, done that. You hear the love they have for someone like Steve Spagnuolo. Yes. The players just absolutely love Spags. Who doesn't? Right? Whether they're defensive players or offensive guys. And there's a certain level of trust between those players and coaches that they know the coaches are going to do their homework. They're going to put the players in the best possible situation to go out there and make the play. In the Bills game, Andy Reid
broke out a formation that Kareem Hunt scored a touchdown on, and then later in the game, Patrick Mahomes scored a touchdown on. They hadn't used that formation all season. But it went back to watching different games from other teams against the Bills, and I think it was actually the Ravens who used that same formation to success against the Bills earlier in the year. So they do their homework. They find those little weaknesses.
Well, I mean, we've gone up against the Eagles before in the Super Bowl, so what do you think they'll take from that to then apply to this game?
Well, so one of the networks has been, replaying some of the past Chiefs Super Bowls, and I'm sure they'll continue to do. Leading up to kickoff, and the Eagles game from 2 years ago was one of them they had played, and I think I actually sat down and watched, and that was the first time I had rewatched that game. I didn't have any connection to covering the Chiefs then.
Right.
But they were down by 10 at halftime in that game.
I remember. I remember.
And sometimes, stuff like that even gets lost. The Eagles were in control. They were up 14-7 and driving to potentially take a 21-7 lead, and then Nick Bolton gets the fumble return for a touchdown, which was a huge game changer.
That was.
And then the offense in the second half scored on every possession. You had guys like Kadarius Toney making big plays. Sky Moore caught a touchdown. And that's another remarkable part about this stretch run of getting the Super Bowl so many times. Again, it's different guys. It's not always the big name guys that are finding ways to contribute. Some of that speaks to the work that Andy Reid does. Some of it speaks to Patrick Mahomes working with what he's got, because a lot of teams, they try and take Travis Kelce away.
Oh, yeah.
The Bills did that.
Absolutely.
And I think, Kansas City probably knew that. I don't know if the Texans did try and take him away or not. If they did, it didn't work very well. But it's just finding different pieces to plug into the system, and the result ends up the same at the end of the day. It doesn't matter what pieces those are. They figure it out.
Right. So now it looks like they're kind of wrapping things up here. Hopefully going to take off here pretty soon. Again, going to land around 4. That's what the schedule said.
Yeah. Hopefully, it's probably a little shorter than that. They don't have to, get off on the gangway, go back through security, pick up their bags.
No. 3:57 they're supposed to land over there in New Orleans. And so once they touch down, what's going to be their first move? What is a Super Bowl winning team hoping to win another Super Bowl? What's the first thing they do when they get there?
Like I said, they'll when they arrive on the tarmac there, they'll be greeted, all the bells and whistles, and since it's New Orleans, I'm sure they'll have,
oh my gosh,
trombones,
the best.
trumpets.
Yes.
So if you're, a jazz fan,
best place to be.
That'll be a great welcome. But then we'll have, like we mentioned earlier, Mick, our photographer, Chase. They'll be down there waiting, and we'll catch them on the back end.
And then I'm never sure, because it's a week until the Super Bowl. So are they going?
I know, it feels like forever.
I know, it's
just gotta
so
keep
long.
waiting.
It's so long. But what are the practices like? What are they going to be doing as far as kind of keeping themselves warmer?
So they will have practices a couple through the week, not too many, and even on a typical game week, they don't have they have 3, maybe 4 practices, and a lot of those are just walkthroughs at this point in the season, because normally you get to this, if you're lucky enough to reach the Super Bowl, you've already played 19 games now because of the expanded schedule, and the Chiefs didn't have to play a divisional round game, which helps. The Eagles did, so you wonder if maybe that adds up. Yeah. And just the fact that they are as healthy as they are is huge, because that opens the door to anything they want to run in the playbook, anything they've been holding back or something they've wanted to try. Whereas if you don't have those guys at the ready, you can't. And a guy who wasn't healthy last year that the Chiefs have this year in the Super Bowl is Charles Omenihu.
That's right.
He tore, felt so bad for him, tore his ACL against the Ravens in the AFC Championship.
Yes. Oh, that was terrible.
Worked so hard to get back just to be able to play this year, and he slowly worked his way. And you've seen his presence already in the playoffs. He had the strip sack on C.J. Stroud. He had a tackle for loss on that last possession by the Bills. And when you're facing an offense that has Saquon Barkley, that has A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, 2 receivers who had big games against the Chiefs in that Super Bowl 2 years ago, and arguably a top 3 offensive line in the entire league. You're going to need as much help as you can on that D line.
Right, and remind me in the last time we played the Eagles, was that was the game where it hit the ankle, Mahomes' ankle.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes came into that game.
Yes, we thought that was just the end of the world, or at least I did.
Yeah, just another dealing with ankle issues coming into that one. And towards the end of the first half, he actually got tackled.
Yes.
Came over the bench, was grimacing, looked like he was in a lot of pain. And then in that fourth quarter drive, with the game tied, he went on that 20-25. Don't quote me on the exact yardage number off the top of my head. To set up, which basically put them into position. They got that holding call, which Eagles fans, not fans of. Chiefs fans will tell you it was the right call. Pulled his jersey.
Of course it was.
That allowed them to, run down the clock and let Butker basically make a chip shot field goal from 27 to clinch it. But that was a back and forth game. That was a tough game. I mean, the Eagles were very good that year.
Absolutely.
And they didn't have Saquon then.
And yes, I mean that's the name I keep hearing over and over and over is how are they going to match up with him? So it'll I don't know what are your predictions about the scores or
when it comes to the Chiefs, I've learned don't worry about the prediction, just know it's going to come down to something close at the end because
it's always a nail biter. They can't ever just
blowouts aren't their thing. I think wasn't it one of those celebrity golf events that Mahomes participated in. And he joked, I always play close games. I make it entertaining. I make it interesting. Well, he wasn't lying.
All right, Mahomes.
He wasn't lying.
I know they can't ever just let us sit back and relax, right? They have to.
No,
it comes down to the last second.
But
all the time.
like I said, they've won 17 straight one-score games. That comes down to just trusting in your coaching, trusting in the guy who you're suiting up next to you, who's lining up next to you, trusting that they're going to go out and do their job. Offense knows that the defense is going to go out and get a stop when they need to. Defense knows that the offense is going to go score when they need to. And it makes you a little bit more, loose in those late game situations, whereas the other team might, that pressure, that shred of doubt might slowly creep into your mind, which is, human. It happens. It's normal. But for guys who have been there, done that, it's a little different. So no, I would expect nothing less than a close game. Hopefully not overtime.
No.
I know that was a bit intense last year, especially because they didn't even start with the ball against 49ers. They still won. But again, that was defense getting a stop when they needed to, and then, like I said, give Patrick Mahomes the ball in overtime.
Absolutely, he's going to come through.
Yeah.
He always figures out a way. And as far as injuries and things, everybody's pretty much good to go.
Again, is considering where they have been throughout the season injury-wise, they've come away from their 2 playoff games pretty much scot-free as far as any major lingering concerns. Any guys who might be dinged up here and there will just be limited in practice is how they will be officially listed. But again, a lot of the work they'll do this week, just kind of walk through stuff, get the bodies moving. But all the prep work has pretty much been done.
Gotcha. And here back at home, you and I are not going to New Orleans, but we'll have a bunch of coverage, kind of lay out what's from the sports department here at home.
Yeah, if you're haven't got enough Chiefs coverage yet, if you want to kill some time as we still wait another week until next Sunday.
Yep.
And even leading up to the game, we've got our Road to New Orleans specials continuing throughout the week.
6:30.
Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 7. Saturday, 5 to 7. And then I think we have 4-hour pregame?
10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Sean.
So get used to our faces. You'll be seeing them a lot the next, hopefully. Yes. And we'll have, coverage from New Orleans, coverage from here. As you mentioned, Mackenzie going down to Chris Jones's hometown. Can't wait to hear from whether it's former coaches, maybe grade school teachers even.
I want to know everything. I want to know everything about that guy.
He surely wasn't that big as like a 10-year-old, right?
I mean, I feel like he maybe was.
If he was, he probably dominated in Pee Wee football because
I wouldn't be surprised.
No one can block the guy now. If he was that big then, no one could block him then either.
Right. Yeah. So she's Houston, Mississippi. I guess it's a town of 3,000 people or so. So really small. And yeah, planning on talking to some former coaches, trying to get a feel of the city. Such a big guy coming from such a small town. I just love stories like that, just to see kind of where these guys come from. We see them on the field. We see them dominate all the time, but to just know a little bit about their background and stuff. So I think that's a cool part of going to the Super Bowl, is being able to tell all these great stories. So Mackenzie is headed down there right now.
It's really special, especially for some of those guys who are from really small, tight-knit communities where that's probably the only professional athlete that's ever come out of their town.
Right.
I think of guys like Leo Chanel, who's had a big impact on the Chiefs. He's from a small town in northwest Wisconsin.
Okay.
Just, you could look down the roster and say, never heard of that town, but couldn't point it out on a map. And then you have the guys who are from bigger cities, bigger talent pools. But and you'll see, those smaller communities. They might be in a state or closer to a bigger city that has an NFL team, but for this game or for whenever the Chiefs are playing, they're Chiefs fans, no matter how they were born and raised.
Right.
Which is also always cool to see. And I'm sure the same is on the flip side, on the Eagles side. They'll have a lot of guys from smaller towns as well who they'll have, and Philly fans are their own breed.
They are, well, as are we. Yes, Chiefs fans are our own, we're our own kind of people as well. So coming in, I'm just curious for your standpoint coming in, this is, you haven't been here, how many months?
Four.
I was going to say, not even 6 months.
Yeah,
what a busy 4 months it's been for you. But coming in, how have you kind of, what's your impression of Chiefs Kingdom and our fan base and all the things that you've gotten to kind of get to know?
Obviously, the tailgating dedication is next level.
Yes.
The fact that there have been some games where you have people lining up the night before, even if it's in
camping
the
out.
weather is in the teens. One of these days, I'll have to get out to one of those tailgates.
Yeah, you'll have to experience it not working. That's a whole different ball.
But even just coming in mid-season, it's been great getting to know some of the players a little bit more. Just off the field, how they handle their business, the way they interact with the media, and just the way the community as a whole. Any given day of the week, you can probably drive around town and see someone walking around in Chiefs gear.
Oh, absolutely.
And that obviously isn't limited to just the Chiefs. That kind of encompasses Kansas City sports fans as a whole, whether that's the Royals or the Current or Sporting.
Right. Yeah, we've had a great past, I would say 10 years. We've had a great past 10 years in Kansas City as far as sports. Royals winning the World Series, going to the World Series in 14, winning the next year. That was cool. That's when I first started here at KCI. It was in 2015. And I'm a Kansas City girl through and through, born and raised here. And so just having that experience was cool. Not everybody's going to be agreeing with me on this one, but KU winning the championships, one of our producers is a Mizzou grad, so I'm sure he'll love that I'm talking about KU on air. But
it's a very mixed newsroom.
It is. We love everyone here. But that for me, perspective, that's been great. And then just seeing how the Chiefs have just blown up and just kind of lit this city up and really just given this city that much more life. We've come so far, I think, just from thinking back to when I was younger and those kind of dark days of watching the Chiefs. But my family's we've always been diehard Chiefs fans, no matter what, no matter if we were losing every game or winning darn near every game now. So
now it's just at least AFC Championship every year. Because
it's expected.
Mahomes has never not made it to the AFC Championship game, which is
I'm so glad we get to keep him for a while.
And even those games they did lose, that's not something to be ashamed of. It's hard just to get back to there, and then it's hard to win that.
Right.
Sometimes that game might be harder to win than the Super Bowl itself, because the Super Bowl, anything can happen. But your conference championship game, it's likely against a team you've already played.
I know.
Maybe twice if it's a divisional team, like you saw with the Commanders and Eagles. That was the third time they played. So you know each other ins and outs and tendencies and stuff like that.
We were nervous about the Ravens. All right, check. Nervous about the Bills. I was so nervous. I really didn't. I didn't know. So
each offered something different, and again, leading up to even that game, it's like, who would the Chiefs rather face? It's like 1A, 1B. I mean, both have MVP quarterbacks.
Absolutely.
One of those two is going to win it. Both have a good case for it. Both had great offenses, great defenses, and you should expect to play teams of that caliber when you reach this point in the season,
right?
Because there's a reason why your team is here, but also why they've reached there as well.
Got to make things exciting. So yeah, we're still waiting for them to take off here. I'm sure they've got a lot of stuff that they're trying to get on the plane. But as we've said, we've got a whole week until the Super Bowl, so we have a lot of coverage. We have a lot of Chiefs coverage, and so if you are watching, if you have a crazy story, if you have your whole family's been Chiefs fans for however many years, and you have superstitions and you want to show it off, if you have this crazy man cave, we want to know about it. So make sure you tell us about it. You can send us pictures, send us an email, and we can come out and just showcase how great Kansas City is and kind of hype up our team as we go to the Super Bowl. That's what this is all about. I hope they know how much the city has their back, and we definitely show up and show out every year. So yeah, if you've got a story for us, a special family, like I said, a tradition that is special to you, if you connect with somebody because of your love for the Chiefs, let us tell your story. So we've got plenty of ways to get in touch with us, and you can just call our newsroom, email us, and we would love to meet you and talk about the Chiefs some more.
Already heard of some split allegiance families,
yes.
I guess.
Oh my gosh.
Split house. That's I can't imagine it's like you cheer for, your family members' team when they're playing, as long as they're not playing you. It's like the Kelsey household.
I was going to say it's a little easier for Mama Kelsey this year, though. So
yeah.
She can wear
we don't
the whole
have the
jersey
Kelsey
can
Bowl
be red.
this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason won't be wearing a jersey in this year. We'll hopefully still wear something.
Instead of shirtless out in the cold, but you never know.
Yeah, if Jason did that out in the cold at Buffalo, I don't want to guess what he'd be willing to do in a dome that's temperature controlled and all that. But I know
Where
Kylie.
will he be? Is he going to be there?
Probably, yeah. I'm sure in Travis's suite. I know Kylie already said that their girls are going to wear Go Uncle Trav T-shirts.
That's cute. I love that.
No team on it, but
right.
They want Uncle
can
Trav
understand
to do
that.
well.
I can understand that. And of course, Taylor Swift is probably going to be there as well. Can't wait to see her.
Yeah, it's a good educated guess.
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure she would go to
even she's learning what it's like to be part of, Chiefs Kingdom and these nail-biting games, and being a part of that.
I know.
And that's cool to see.
Say what you want. I think this has been just awesome to just have this many eyes on Kansas City. Number one, because we're so good, but number two, having these big, huge celebrities show interest in us and come to our games. And hey, she's dating one of our players, the best tight end, and I think this is just nothing but good for Kansas City, and I'm just sharing my opinion on that. That's my opinion. I think it's great.
You got Taylor Swift in their corner, Caitlin Clark, big Chiefs fan.
I was surprised.
Be in town later this week.
That's right.
But I'm sure to have names like that in your corner is always cool, as you mentioned.
It is so cool.
But yeah, also not just the football aspect, but people tuning in more, maybe learning more parts about Kansas City and everything this city has to offer.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you're here to experience all this. So, all right, shutting the door here, getting ready to take off, of course, heading down to New Orleans for Super Bowl 59. Hopefully get us another win, another trophy, get that three-peat for us. But yeah, this is just the beginning here. We've got a whole bunch of Chiefs coverage for you. Remind everybody when the special is again.
The road to New Orleans starts on the runway, but we'll also have specials from 6:30 to 7 Monday through Friday this week, 5 to 7 p.m. on Saturday, and then 4 hours on Sunday, 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock as we get you ready for hopefully a chance to witness history and hopefully not heartbreak.
Oh my gosh,
because that's what's on the table. It's history or heartbreak.
That's what's on the history or heartbreak. I don't know what precedent is that even going to set if we come back home with 3 in a row. What will that mean for
it quite literally rewrites the history books.
Yes,
because it sets a new bar, and then I guess can they do 4? But again, you don't want to even mention the number 4 until you take care of number 3.
Let's get 3. I mean, I was like, surely we can't. There's no way we're going to go back for 3, and here we are. So this is just a really exciting time for
even
Kansas
back-to-back's
City.
only been done
Even
like
back-to-back. I mean, come on.
7 times, I think. So,
Yeah.
and this is in the Super Bowl era at least. There have been teams. Green Bay has won 3 in a row. That was before the Super Bowl era.
Right, right.
Less teams, still impressive, but it's just the game has changed. The parity in the league has changed. They used to not have a salary cap, so some of those great Steelers teams of decades ago, they just had some of the best players. And the balance wasn't quite as much as what you see now. I am curious though what some of the guys go to. Are they, nappers, just snack, read a book, watch a short movie, watch film?
I know. What are they doing on that plane?
What's your kind of go-to? Does it depend on the flight length?
It depends on the flight length. If I'm there for 2 hours, I'm watching a movie. I have stuff downloaded on my phone. I'm watching probably a murder mystery or something like that, which checks out for me. Things like that. I'm the type of person, I like to look out the window. I know a lot of people don't like the shades to be up. I don't care. I'm looking out the window. I want to see. But yeah, that's just me. What's your go-to?
Yeah, I think it kind of depends on time of day. If it's a 5:30 in the morning flight.
Look, I'm going to sleep.
I will try and fall back asleep.
I can fall asleep anywhere, so that's what I'm doing if it's super early.
You're already half awake, so it doesn't. I'll hold off on coffee or caffeine until maybe after that flight, because I'd rather just try and fall asleep. Maybe same for those night flights, but if it's a midday, maybe find a movie to pass the time.
Right. What's Mahomes doing on there? I mean, I want to ask him. What movies is he watching?
That maybe he's watching some Bluey. Seeing what his kids like. What is it about the show that my kids love so much? I don't know. Maybe they're into like Paw Patrol, or I don't know what the kids shows are these days.
Me either.
No, I mean, some of those guys maybe watching a little film or just
pump up music.
Yeah, just a little music, making the most of this 2 hours of just calm. Because as you mentioned, from once they land, they were quite literally have music blaring as soon as they step foot onto that tarmac.
Go, 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 go.
And they will have.
But I can't think of a better place to touch down than New Orleans, especially around Mardi Gras and having the second line bands and all that stuff. It's going to be really fun. Not just, going to the Super Bowl, but just also just a really festive time. I hope they're getting excited and pumped up about it. But
good omen, maybe. I mean, that's where Kansas last won their national championship in basketball.
Right, that's right. Yes.
In the dome.
Thanks
there.
for reminding us.
So, maybe that's some good luck in one sense. I'm not sure. However you want to look at it. Again, everyone has their superstitions. So whatever works for you. If it's been working, I guess keep it up.
Yes, if you're wearing those.
If not, try something else.
I don't know. Yeah, if we're wearing those lucky socks, keep wearing them. Don't take them off. We need all the luck we can get here. Again, we're looking live here. The airplane, we can tell it's about to kind of start taking off here. The Chiefs are Super Bowl champs, and hopefully, again, 3-time Super Bowl winning champs in a row. They have just gotten on the plane. They're kind of getting settled, and we'll take off to New Orleans for Super Bowl 59. And we'll have coverage all night long, really, of the road to New Orleans. And our crews are going to be on the ground there. Yeah,
we'll hear from Mick Schaefer once the team has arrived. So we'll hear from him later tonight. As you mentioned, we've got other crews on the road there on their own personal road to New Orleans.
On the road, literally, driving to New Orleans.
Long road, 12, 13-hour drive.
13-hour drive, so,
So hopefully they're, finding ways to stay entertained in the car. Maybe a podcast, murder mystery podcast.
That's my jam. That's my jam, I don't know about anything else.
Maybe actually jamming out to something.
Right,
jazz music just to, kind of get you in the New Orleans mood.
Yes. We've got Kevin going down there. Mick, like you said, Mackenzie Nelson, Abby Dodge. So it's going to be great. We have Lindsay Shively. We have a good little crew going down there, providing us some great coverage. And again, not just hearing from the team and kind of what the team's going through before they get out there on the field, but also the fans who are diehards going down there to have a great time and hopefully watch the Chiefs win another Super Bowl. So this is This is just old news for us, right? I mean,
is,
whatever, just win another Super Bowl.
I mean, for some fans, this will be their first Super Bowl in person, maybe. And maybe, they've been waiting for this moment. Maybe they've had, younger kids who, during the bad days, they never thought they'd get to take, their son or daughter to a Super Bowl. And now, a decade later, here they are, Chiefs back in the Super Bowl again.
And we've seen a lot of people, we've interviewed a lot of people with little kids, and they're just amazed because their kids only know winning, like a winning Chiefs team, a team that has gone to multiple Super Bowls in their lifetimes. My son he was 2 months old last year when we won the Super Bowl, and this year he's won, and we're about to go to another Super Bowl. So I'm like, man, dude, you're lucky. Like, I wish I could be like him. Yeah, because when I was younger, that was not the case. So
no, and it should be easier when he's a little older to go back and, assuming YouTube's still around in, another 10 years, can go back and just type up and look at highlights from some of these games. And
it's great. And hopefully by the time he's a little bit older, we'll still be a good team, and we'll still be winning and still get to experience that. So this is a great time for all of us. We see they're playing. Moving, finally, some movement here. Starting to head down the runway there and take off to New Orleans. What an exciting time. Super Bowl 59. Again, thanks for sticking with us. We're kind of doing some Chiefs talk here, talking about how great this is for the city, for our fans, and for the team. About to write the history books, hopefully. I don't want to jinx anything, but this will be historic, to say the least, if we come back with a win.
And you can't make history if you don't put yourself in a position to make history.
Bingo. Yeah.
And that was half the battle, was just getting there. You can't three-peat if you don't even reach the Super Bowl. So they've probably been itching to get down there. 2 weeks off between games can be a long time. Even, there's that age-old question: rest versus rust. Who comes out quickest among the teams that are playing?
Well, it came out of the bye week, okay, so.
Yeah, that worked out well a lot. You had a lot of people giving Andy Reid and the guys a hard time about that, and this is why they do it, so that they are rested, so that they are healthy, so that they are putting their team in the best position to go and win another title. And at the end of the day, that's all that really matters.
That's all that matters.
The outside noise, what we say, what national pundits say, what opposing fan bases say, none of that matters in that locker room.
They don't care that they're in the villain era, right? They don't care that they're the villains.
No.
And I hate even saying that. I don't even like that. I don't like saying we're the villains now. But you know what? So be it. I guess we got to be the villain.
That's the funniest part about this whole, run for the Chiefs when it first started. People loved it because it was a fresh face, fresh team. It wasn't the Patriots. It
wasn't the Patriots.
New blood in the Super Bowl. Mahomes, love this guy. And then when you start to win, again, it's more so. I don't think it's hate as much as just jealousy. That's what I think. Why can't
we're so tired of seeing
the team I root for do that? Why can't they find a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes? Why can't they get a front office like with Brett Veach?
Right. I mean, the Chiefs have bottled this magic up somehow. And I don't want them to open that bottle. Let's just save it all. We want it all for ourselves.
Yeah. And one thing we haven't actually gotten to talk about, obviously, there are some Philly KC connections. Number one with Andy Reid.
Yes. Thanks for mentioning that.
Yes. It's a small storyline. I'm sure we haven't touched on it all and won't touch it on after today.
I'm sure it won't be a running theme.
No, and I'm sure he won't get asked about it 50 different ways this week. Had they not, already played 2 years ago, maybe it'd be a little different. It was funny. He was actually asked on Thursday, Andy, what's your favorite restaurant down in New Orleans? I think he said it was Emerald's. I think that was the name of the restaurant.
Yeah.
And he said, well, the head chef is an Eagles fan. So
is he welcome there? I don't know.
Well, I think he was, and then they beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl, so maybe not this time around.
He might have his reservation was rescinded.
Might have to get a to-go order under Randy Eid. Maybe. I'm just offering advice.
Yeah,
Andy,
I don't know,
if
Andy,
you really
if you
need to
can
get
hear
your
us.
emeralds fixed in.
Yeah.
I don't know if Mick's going to check it out. If he is, we'll have to get his feedback on if that really is good. Although,
Right.
not going to doubt Big Red's taste in
Oh,
cuisine.
never.
And New Orleans has fantastic food, so.
Yes. You know what? Emerald's is great, but there are so many other historic restaurants down there. I'm sure he'll have an easy time finding some place to get in down there.
They'll be taken care of. But they got to be careful. You know, you don't want to get too much of the jambalaya,
The
and
gumbo
the po' boys,
and
the beignets.
Yes.
You know, you want to enjoy it, but not. You know, you still got a big game to play on Sunday.
I know. I always think about that too. What do they eat before they play a big game like this? The biggest game.
You know, it's probably one of those. They try and keep things
simple,
just
sure.
as they would for any game, because it's worked to this point, and just as fans are superstitious and have their traditions, a lot of those guys do.
They do.
Too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Maybe not the same socks every time or the same cleats. More so maybe just about what they do in their preparation. It's like, oh, I've got to make sure I get my, weightlifting in, every day. If I don't, I feel a little off. I don't feel as prepared. But this is now part of their yearly routine, essentially.
Yeah, this is the prep. This is the tradition, I guess, at this point. But yeah, I mean, after this, no matter what happens, when they come back to Kansas City, win or lose, I'm knocking on everything right here.
I don't know if our desk is wood or not. Maybe the bottom
doesn't matter.
side, yeah.
I'm knocking on it. Win or lose, I think we can come away and be proud of us and proud of our season, what all we've accomplished this year.
It'd be understandable, if the Eagles do win on Sunday, for fans to be disappointed. It's part of reaching the Super Bowl, but
I'll be just
only
heartbroken.
one fan base is going to be happy. Well, I take that back. If the Eagles win, you might have a lot of fan bases who are happy.
You've seen those memes where it's like, who's actually rooting for the Chiefs, and it's like just Kansas City. Everyone else is rooting for somebody else, or the Eagles. Doesn't matter. But yeah, I think
it's like they're waiting for clearance to get going. They're in position.
Yeah, I know. This is. Oh man, I'm excited. I'm already getting nervous. I don't know. I kind of feel like the rush going through my body already. But yeah, this is going to be. This will be something. Yeah, there it goes. Going down to New Orleans for Super Bowl 59 and see if we can get that three-peat.
Full speed ahead, and
there we go.
It's about time. They're finally on their way. I know the guys are probably glad to finally get in the air, although some of them are probably already passed out. I'm sure they've got some nice big comfy chairs that they're reclining on, or eating their snacks. But
yeah, once they land, of course, like you said, Mick Schaefer is our crew's already there on the ground waiting for their arrival, so we will have coverage of that. So it won't be Matt and I talking. You'll get a fresh face. You'll get Mick Schaefer, who's actually on the ground in New Orleans, kind of talking us through their arrival and what we can expect. So make sure you stand by with us here on KCHB 41 News. We'll have a live picture of the Eagles plane here. Just there. Yep, there they are. Eagles in New Orleans right now. You can see that flag at the window. Oh, go Birds! Very clever. Okay,
well,
all right.
The Chiefs will have a similar
flag too.
Yeah, probably a better flag.
Absolutely, and Mick will have that. Mick Schaefer will be on the ground there with all of our coverage here for this exciting Super Bowl run, Super Bowl 59, getting that three-peat. Thank you so much for joining us here on KSHB 41, and stick around because we'll have more news for you tonight and throughout the rest of this week, obviously, and catch our special Road to New Orleans special at 6:30 every day. All right, have a great night.